everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I got during the Sephora Vib Haul, aka the most wonderful time of the year. I'm pretty sure they do this twice a year, once I guess the friends and family sale and then the actual VIB Rouge sale. I don't know how I have yet to reach VIB Rouge status because that Rouge status, I feel like I'm always at Sephora, but apparently I'm not spending enough money, but I'm kind of proud of myself for that. I don't know. But if you were VIB Rouge, the sale was from the 6th to the 9th. And then if you're just like us common folk and at the VIB status, I believe the sale is running from the 13th to the 16th. So along with the haul, I'm also going to show you guys just a quick couple of recommendations. I think I have like 5 or 6. So if you guys want to stick towards the end for that, then I'll just give you some of my personal picks that I think you should definitely pick up if you don't have already. So I really didn't get too much, but I think the products that I did get were bigger, so I got a big bag. But they actually changed their bags, but they didn't have any more of the bigger bags left. She had originally started putting my stuff in this bag, which I think this is so much cuter. It's striped and it's matte, and for whatever reason I was like, can I still have that bag? What I'm gonna do with it, I don't know, but I still thought it was cute. So I got both bags. Also, they're currently handing out these little like tote bags that I guess you could use at the grocery store or something. They're cute though. They have this gold foiling on them. So honestly, when I went in, there wasn't really anything specific that I was looking for makeup wise, just because right now I'm just feeling really overwhelmed with makeup with all the holiday stuff that came out and PR stuff. I know that sounds bratty, trust me, I'm very grateful for it, but I just felt very like, oh, I didn't need any more makeup. But there was one thing that I really did want makeup wise, and then everything else is like hair care or skin care. So what I went in there for, I'm completely late on the bandwagon with, but this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. I got the face palette pretty much right when it came out, but this one I was just kind of on the fence because I was like, I have so many neutral palettes, but then I was like, but this one's all matte. I've honestly talked myself out of this palette so many times, but I feel like I've been seeing so many people do get ready with me videos lately and just random Instagram posts, and I was like, no, I do need it. This palette is so incredibly rich in pigmentation and it's so creamy. The main reason I got this palette though is because of this color right here. You guys know I'm all for these like warm, toasty orange and red colors, but yeah, I'm really excited to do some looks with this. It's just all completely matte. There's a good mixture of warm and cool tones in here. So we shall see. Be sure to let me know down below if you guys want to see any kind of tutorials on those, even though I'm pretty sure like everyone and their mother already has one. So I've never heard anybody talk about this brand. I'm pretty sure it's relatively new at Target, what am I talking about? At Sephora, there was a small little display, and so this was an actual kit. It's a $45 value, it was $36. 3 of the products in here are full size, and then the other 2 are deluxe sizes. Plus you get this really cute little, what's, not burlap, what is this material? I don't know, I can't think, but there's 2 girls like doing hair flips on it. But 3 of the products are full size, and I believe all 3 of these full-size hair products were like $14. So first up, this is the Detangle and Defrizz Conditioning Leave-In Mist. I believe this is more of like a natural brand. I didn't even smell this one yet. Let's see. It honestly doesn't really have that much of a scent, but I don't know, a lot of my leave-in conditioners I'm kind of out of. I do have one Moroccan oil one right now, but I like changing it up a bit. And honestly, I really like the packaging of this. It's just very like simple and clean. So it comes with that. Then it also comes with a sea spray, which I have in my hair right now. The color of it and everything reminds me a lot of the Sasha-Wan, isn't that how it's pronounced? I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of. I have this in my hair right now. I like it because it's not as crunchy as some other sea salt sprays. I feel like my hair still has like a nice soft feel to it, but it definitely puts some texture in there. I don't know what it's doing today, but I'm just letting her live her life. So a full size of the sea spray, it just says windswept waves and light dry texture. This kind of has the same just like clean, very light scent as the leave-in conditioner does. And then the very final product in here was the one that I was the most excited about. This is the Gentle Cleanse and Light Volume Dry Shampoo. And this is one of the kinds that you just dust into your hair. It is white, but it just mixed right in. Like I didn't have any issues with like really covering the white residue. The only thing I'll say is this is definitely more of a dry shampoo to absorb oil. It's not one of the kinds that I typically go for that really add that grit and texture in there, kind of like the Oribe. I always want to mix the 2 together. What is that one? Dry texturizing spray, and then the Bumble and Bumble dry spun finish. It's nothing like that, but it still does a good job of just making your roots feel nice and clean. So I don't know, I like it. I'm always for trying dry shampoos. I was actually gonna get one of these Sephora Favorites kits that had several dry shampoos in them, but all of them were so tiny. Like there wasn't even one that was more of like a deluxe size, so I passed on that. Let me know if any of you have tried this line yet. I read the reviews online and they were very mixed and there wasn't that many reviews, but everyone seemed to like those 3 products, but they all kind of complained about these 2. It comes with a hydrating shampoo and conditioner, which these are total babies. I don't know. I really didn't buy the kit for these 2, so I don't really care if they don't work out that well. I was more interested in these 3 products. Okay, and then the other 2 products I have in here are both skincare products. I was really interested in this set from Dr. Jart. I think the only thing I've ever tried from them before is their sheet masks, which I really do like. I actually wanted to get the box set of the sheet masks, but they were sold out in store. I may still look online. But this comes with a full-size BB cream, which I believe the BB cream alone is like $38 or $39. But you get a full-size BB cream and then 3 deluxe size, what is this? An overnight treatment mask, the ultra hydrating skin saver, and then the hydrogen cleansing water. I guess maybe something like Bioderma, but this was $45, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I've heard a lot about this BB cream. I believe it's Tara Babies who talks about it a lot. She's always preaching about sunscreen. She has an amazing complexion, and she has talked about this quite a few times, so that's the main reason I got this. It does have SPF 45, and then it says it's firming moisture technology, anti-aging serum with biopeptides, sunscreen and antioxidants, brightens and conceals uneven skin tone. Dr. Jart is a Korean brand too, and I know I've talked about this so many times, but I'm a huge fan of Korean skincare. I feel like the ingredients are always amazing and it just works well with my skin. So I'm definitely curious to try out this sleeping mask and these other 2 products, but I thought it was so cute. It's called BB. It's cold outside because of like the BB cream. So there is that. And then I picked this up. I've read so many reviews and I've seen these pads featured on so many different blogs. I wish I would have looked it up before I filmed this video. I'm not sure if it's Dr. Gross or Dr. Dennis Gross. Either way, this kit I believe was $45. This is the Smooth and Radiant Peel and Brighten. So inside you get 14 treatments of the Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peel, which I thought this was a pretty good deal because the pads for like double the amount, I think 30 pads was like, was it like $40 or $80? And then a full size of the ferulic acid and retinol brightening solution was around $80. So once I did the math, it seemed like it was pretty close to being like what it should be for the portions that you get in here. Basically, I thought it was a good deal, so I got it, especially with the 20% off. But whenever I went to SkinCeuticals event, the dermatologist that was there was raving about ferulic acid, saying that it was really good to like prevent sun damage and kind of like reverse all those aging effects that you get from sun damage and just like wrinkles and stuff. So I wanted to try this, plus it's super cute and a dropper. I honestly haven't tried anything from this brand, but all the reviews online seem pretty good. And like I said, I've heard so many people talk about these peels. So we'll give it a try. I'm kind of nervous though because these are the extra strength ones and I know that they sell a set for sensitive skin too. So hopefully it's not something that's gonna like dry my skin out and leave me with some crazy reaction. There is that. And then I did get 2 samples. That's really all I got. I was proud of myself. The one other thing that I wanted, but that was sold out, I think it might even be an online exclusive, is the Sunday Riley, I think it was called Dynamic Duo, something like that. It had the Good Genes as well as the Luna Oil, and I thought it was a really good deal for both of those, but unfortunately it's out of stock. But I did get a sample of the NARS Copacabana. I randomly walked past this, the liquid illuminizer, and I swatched it on my hand, and it was so pigmented and pretty. It's definitely a cooler toned highlighter, but I was surprised at the amount she put in this little jar because I feel like it's a product where you only need like the tiniest dot for both of your cheeks. So I'm gonna try this out, and then I cashed in 100 of my little points to get this Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb. This is another Korean skincare brand, but I liked that it was this gel formula. So we'll see how this works. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly go over some of my recommendations. 2 things that I wanted to quickly get out of the way. I personally feel like during the VIB sale, that's the best time to take advantage of either restocking on your favorite foundations or your perfumes. In the holidays, Sephora always releases the Sephora Favorites kits. Or is that all year round? I'm not sure. Basically, they'll have like several samples of high-end perfumes, and then so you can try them all out, and then you can cash in a voucher for, I believe it's like a 1 fluid ounce bottle of that perfume. So like I said, I feel like perfumes and foundations are always the best to restock on at this time, which for whatever reason, I didn't get a perfume because I honestly am not sure which scent I like at the time, and I'm like good on foundation. But a couple of other products that I highly recommend getting during the sale is skincare. If you have a favorite moisturizer or serum, skincare tends to be expensive, so that's the best time to take advantage. Two products that I wanted to recommend though, this is the Tatcha Pure One Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. I personally love cleansing oils and cleansing balms. I have a ton of serums and moisturizers as well, but I felt like that was kind of hard to recommend just because it really depends on what kind of skin type you have, so I didn't really want to do that. But this cleansing oil will work amazing. Whether you have dry or oily skin, and this breaks down waterproof mascara, concealer, foundation, everything. I just always love going in with a balm or an oil first just because I feel like that really breaks down that first layer, and then going in with your cleanser and a Clarisonic or just your hands. So there's this. Tatcha tends to be a bit more expensive, but I feel like it is such an awesome skincare line. Their exfoliating rice powder is also incredible. The other one that is a bit more affordable, this is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. They have a cleansing milk as well, but I definitely prefer this one. This thing will last you forever. I've had this since like last Christmas, and as you can see, I still have a ton left. You really only need the tiniest little bit and just emulsify it between your palms, and it just breaks everything down. The only thing is, if any of this gets in your eyes, it definitely burns, but this is such an amazing product. So those two I highly recommend. One total given that I feel like is probably in everyone's Sephora recommendations. This is the Shade and Light Contour Palette by Kat Von D. I feel like you get so much product for the amount of money it is. I believe it's $46, something like that. I've had it for a while. Unless you do a ton of highlighting or use this like to set your under eyes every single day, I feel like the palette really does last a long time. I've had it for a while now, and I use these contour powders basically every single day. I feel like the mixture of tones in here is perfect. I adore this NARS. This is the Stephen Klein collection. It's the Dual Intensity Blush in Vengeful. This is the only blush that I own from the Dual Intensity line, so I can't really vouch for the others. However, this combination is absolutely amazing, and I feel like the highlight shade in this is so unique. It's kind of like a silver and gold at the same time, so I don't know, I feel like it's very different from any other highlighter I have in my collection. The blush is the perfect fall and winter tone, but if you mix them together, you get the most stunning, like just airbrushed, glowy, not glittery, but like shimmery blush. There's no chunks of glitter, but it just gives off the most beautiful glow. So I highly recommend this. It's in the shade Vengeful. And then this blush here, I've been talking about like crazy. You guys are probably like, Dana, that blush is so old, which it is. Everyone's been talking about it for so long, but I just never jumped on the bandwagon. And this is the this after coming from NARS, the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Exposed. I've been talking about this, I feel like every other day on my channel. In the pan and swatched on your hand, it looks like nothing, but I promise on your face, this is the best everyday blush that I have in my entire collection. I have an insane amount of blushes, but I feel like no matter what kind of eye look I'm wearing, I could go in and get this blush and it'll match. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, another cheek product. This is the Laura Mercier Mineral Powder. So everyone gets confused anytime I talk about this. I use it as a shimmery bronzer because it's so pretty on the skin. It's another product that just gives off a really nice warm glow. But anytime I talk about this, since I talk about it as a bronzer, I think a lot of you guys go into Sephora and look like with the bronzers. It's actually just with the range of the face mineral powders. It's just, I believe it's actually the very deepest shade they have. It's just 001 Warm Bronze. I've had this thing forever. It lasts so long because you only need the tiniest bit of product, but it is so pretty on the skin. My favorite brush to use this with it's one of the Morphe stippling brushes. I believe I used it in my last Get Ready With Me with the highlighter. This bronzer with that brush, it applies onto your skin flawlessly. It is what I have on now. This light, I feel like it's washing it out a bit, but this color is so pretty, and I feel like that would suit so many different skin tones. The final three products I have here are all eye products. The first one is a tool. This is the Shiseido Eyelash Curler. This is the only eyelash curler I've ever tried that I love. It's something that I like to repurchase once a year just because I feel like the handles do tend to get a bit loose, but the refills, I think you get 2 refills for $6 $6. I feel like some Sephora sell them, but most of the time I have to go to an actual Shiseido makeup counter. But this eyelash curler, if you have almond shaped eyes, this is one that fits right into your eyes without pinching the inner or outer corners. Sometimes like the Revlon eyelash curlers or the Tarte ones, the actual like scoop shape of it is too round. As you can see, this one is a lot flatter. So it just fits right into your eye and it gets the very inner and outer corners of your lashes without doing any pinching. I believe this is either $16 or $18, but I feel like it's well worth it, especially if you have straight or stubborn lashes. I promise, this one is incredible. Okay, and then everything else we have here are eyeshadows. I'm in love with the Makeup Forever Artist shadows. They are definitely pricey. I believe they run either $20 or $21 a piece, but if you guys buy like the duos or the trios, they do some kind of deal where I think you get a couple dollars off. These shadows though are so incredibly pigmented, creamy, they blend so easily. Some of my favorites are these shades right here. These are more matte, warm shades, of course. This is M738. I use this so often in the crease. It's absolutely stunning. I feel like it just makes your eye color pop. And like I said, the blendability of these shadows is unreal. Another favorite that I totally just gouged my nail in is the Makeup Forever M608. I believe online they have actual names, but on the pans there's only numbers on here. So M is just for matte. I have some shimmery ones as well, but I feel like those are easily dupable. Those two matte ones though are incredible. Another favorite matte one, this is the newest one I have. This one here is called M846. This is the prettiest red shadow I have. It's kind of like if Makeup Geek Bitten and I'm trying to think of, I cannot think of the other shadow right now. There's another shadow by MAC that's like a really pretty burgundy. If those two had a baby, you would have this shadow. If you're a fan of Makeup Geek Bitten, I promise you, you will love this one. This is basically a redder version of Bitten. I've worn this so many times on Instagram and I always get questions about it. It's so pretty and I honestly don't have anything else like it in my collection. I've gone through it to try to find a dupe and honestly nothing compares to this shadow. If you guys are only gonna get one of the Makeup Forever Artist shadows, I feel like it should be this one just because it is very unique and oh, the pigmentation is just out of this world. I love it. Okay, and then the very final shadow I have here is one that I honestly never hear anyone talk about. This is NARS Persia. At Sephora though, you're gonna have like the actual compact with it. This came with the little pro palette that I built on NARS. I was looking online trying to see if anyone had dupes for this, and on Temptalia, is it Temptalia or Temptalia? She compared this. She said the most similar dupe was MAC's, is it Red Brick or Brick Red? I believe it's a pro shadow, but I think it may be discontinued. This shadow is incredible. It's in the pan, you see the tiniest flecks of gold shimmer, but on your eye, it doesn't transfer any shimmer. If you guys are like me and you like those burnt oranges and reds, you will love this color. It's definitely an orange shadow though. So if you're thinking like, oh, orangey brown like Cocoa Bear, no, this is like straight up orange as you can see, but it is so, so pretty. That is everything I got for the Sephora VIB sale and my personal recommendations. If you guys are going to pick any of those up or if you have some recommendations for me, definitely feel free to leave those down below. As always, thank you guys all so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!